everybody? Bafo the Bear here. It is Monday. What's the day? April 27th, 2020. We are still in lockdown, coronavirus lockdown all over America and all over the world. So, as we've been doing every day for a month now, I believe this is our fourth week on the air, we're bringing you some hilarity and mirth and madness on the air every day at 6 o'clock live here on Facebook. You can also catch up with old shows and best of videos on our YouTube channel. Go there and subscribe and opt in to the notifications so you'll always know when we're coming on the air. And every Friday, we're playing a new game show right here at 6 p.m. called Big Shot. Had a great episode on last Friday, went right down to the buzzer. We're giving away real prizes. The only way you can be a contestant on the program is to be a subscriber to our YouTube channel. So go on over to YouTube when this is over. Hit subscribe, hit the little bell for notification, and you'll know whenever we go live here on Facebook or wherever we're going to go. And you can win yourself some prizes this coming up Friday. I'm here every day helping you get through this crap. We've had some great guests on the show. We got great guests lined up for this week. Actor Ken Hudson Campbell's going to be on later in the week. Like he's a big deal. He's made a whole career playing a bear. Ooh, genius. I don't even know why you booked him, Colita.
Hey, that's Kenny Campbell.
Yeah, well, I don't. And we'll discuss that when he comes on the program, if he comes on the program, if he's got the stones to actually show up here after what he's done to me. But we're not talking about that today. Today is all about you. It's all about you. Want to say hi to everybody in the chat room. Let's see who's in the chat room right now. I don't see anybody in the chat room right now. See, I can't, for some reason, I don't see them. And you do, Kulita. So,
It's my watch party.
oh, yeah.
Pat Mice, Leo Moore,
Leo Moore. I love Leo Moore.
Brian Mack,
Oh, we got a bunch. Brian and Pat, a lot of great people there.
Pat Robinson.
Thanks for tuning in to the program today. We're going to do some fun stuff today. It's all about you today. All phone calls. Our number is 323-9000-911. What will we be talking about? UFOs. Saw a great movie over the weekend. Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. It's a documentary by Dr. Stephen Greer. And he has substantial proof that Earth has been visited and is currently being visited by alien intelligences. Now, I don't know if this is true or false, but he's got some pretty compelling evidence. And then just today, the Department of Defense released an unclassified videos that sure look to me like stuff that isn't of human origin. But you guys decide for yourself. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. This is, I think it's weird, but take a look. This is declassified Navy footage.
There's a whole
This
fleet of them.
blurb
Look on
here
the
in the
SA.
middle.
My gosh.
Yeah, that's a UFO.
They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west.
Those are the
Oh,
voices of the
dude.
pilots. I mean, that looks like a classic flying saucer, doesn't it? I mean, just the shape.
That's not our LNS, though, is it? It's not.
That is the LNS, dude.
Well,
What do you think, Brian Mack? You're back.
It's rotating.
Pat Nash is in there. Yeah, how about that? Here's another video. Recently declassified. Declassified today by the Department of Defense. What is that little white thing? Wait, he's going to catch it.
Nickel 6-1 Tango. Logic.
Oh, got it! Woohoo!
These are the voices of the Navy pilots. They clearly don't know what they have.
Did you box moving target?
No, I took an auto track.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Wow.
We are back with that newly revealed.
Right? How weird is that? Now, I don't know. A lot of people think you have to believe or not believe. I'm a scientist. I live and die by science. I think science is a rational way to explore the universe. And it seems like every year, more and more evidence comes out, photographic, video evidence, that Earth has been visited and is being visited by intelligences from another planet. Now, some people just roll their eyes and think, oh my God, That's stupid. That's crazy. You're a UFO nut. Well, if you really want to talk about it, there are how many trillions of stars in the visible universe? If every one of those stars has just one planet orbiting around it, and 1% of those planets harbors life, and of those planets that harbor life, 1% has developed civilization. And of that 1%, 1% of those civilizations have survived long enough to develop interstellar travel, and 1% of those civilizations that can do interstellar travel have decided to visit Earth. We're still talking about millions with an M of civilizations that could be visiting Earth. Aliens could be visiting Earth. We call them aliens, but it's really point of view. To them, we're the aliens. We're the indigenous people. I liken it to, there was always that kid in your neighborhood when you were young that would get a bunch of ants and put them in a magnifying glass and fry them, just because he could. And, now I'm sure he's in jail or running a conservative website. Scott Robinson. I don't know what's real either, Scott. How are you supposed to know? You watch the news and you have people in Washington saying crazy, chug Lysol, shoot disinfectant into your ass to keep yourself from getting the COVID. Is that real? That's crazy. I have a 6-year-old cub nephew who knows that's crazy. Yet the president of the United States has said, yeah, we'll give it a shot. What's the worst thing? Don't get political. I'm talking about science and about rational thinking. So if you really think about it, statistically, it's much, 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 much more likely that there is other intelligent life in the universe than we're the only ones. The idea that Earth and human beings are the only sentient beings in the universe goes back hundreds of years to the Catholic Church. They threw Galileo in jail because he had the temerity to say out loud and publish in a paper that Earth was not the center of the universe, that the Earth revolved around the sun. Oh my God, the Pope got all pissed off. They threw him in jail. They forced him to recant it on his deathbed. It's really ego, if you think about it. From the beginning of science, we always assumed we were at the center of the universe, and every new scientific discovery moves us a little bit further to the margin. We're not the center of the universe. We're not even the center of our own solar system. We keep getting moved further. And you know what I'm talking about. John DeCoste knows. He's smart. The senator knows. Scott Robinson knows. Scott Robinson actually may be an alien. Scott Scheiner, yeah, he's definitely an alien. You see him walking around all day, people that look weird. But statistically, if you want to just go by science and numbers, the odds are that there is other intelligent life in the universe. Now, have they found us? Have they visited Earth? That's another crapshoot, right? We don't know. Dean's here in the audience. Oh, Dean, I could use a fur trim. It has been a month and a half since I've had my fur trim. Dean Banowitz, fantastic. He's the hair cutter to the stars, hair stylist to the stars. You must be sucking it up. No one can come and get their hair cut because of this quarantine. But at least you can cut your own hair, Dean. I can't cut my own fur. I'm going to turn into a silverback before this is over. So statistically, it makes more sense that we are not alone in this universe. And we've been broadcasting radio signals since the 30s. That's almost 100 years now. So 100 light years away from Earth, people are starting to pick up our signals. Now, in this movie I saw over the weekend, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, Dr. Stephen Greer proposes that the interstellar communication medium is consciousness, is thought. And that's why they can travel huge distances. It's remote viewing, things. I can't really synopsize it here. But he makes a decent case. And if you're interested, it's a good movie. It's a good documentary, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. But I thought what we would talk about today is UFOs. Have you seen a UFO? Have you personally had an experience with something you have seen and don't understand? Pamela Yeager, Greg Ahern, Peter. Any of you people? Yeah, the senator likes my Emmys. They're real, Sen. You can rent them. I rented them for the week. Has anyone out there actually experienced a UFO or an unexplained event in their lifetimes? I have. I was once in Marfa, Texas, which is at the very, very bottom of Texas. Like if you filled up Texas with beer and poked a hole in the bottom of it and drained it out, where the beer comes out is Marfa, Texas. It's right on the border of Mexico. And since the 1880s, locals and tourists and anyone that's been there has noticed these bulbs of light in the distance by the mountains that just float there in the air. Dan Rather has covered it. News has covered. No one knows what these lights are. And these lights predate even the railroads. The Indians back in the early 1800s saw these lights. They didn't know what the hell they were. Are they UFOs? I don't know, but I saw them with my own eyes. I was on a road trip. I had along a pal. My pal Mike was there, my driver, my assistant, really. Kept the car clean, drove, procured me what I needed on the trip. And we pulled over to the side of the road. Middle of the night, about 10 o'clock, we got there. There were all these retirees setting up folding chairs and telescopes and low light cameras. And we just sat there. And about 2 o'clock in the morning, we saw these lights in the distance just floating like big headlights, truck headlights, but far, far away, and just floating and moving around like they were flying or floating. And everyone there were 20 people there. Everyone saw it and no one could explain it. I've had friends tell me in confidence that they have seen things land. They've had experiences. Maybe it was a dream. Maybe it wasn't. I think what the internet has done over the last 20 or 30 years, it has taken all the people that have had these weird experiences by themselves and isolated. You know, if it happens just to you, you're afraid to tell anybody because people will think you're crazy. So no one says anything. But on the internet, you can be invisible. You can be anonymous. And all these people that have had these experiences are now finding themselves and talking about it. And now today, the Department of Defense has declassified these videos and basically said, we don't know what they are. They're not ours. We don't think they belong to Russia or China. We don't know what they are. But yeah, you caught us. We've been saying for 40 years there's no such thing. Maybe there is such a thing, and maybe we got videos, and maybe here they are. These were declassified because of a FOIA request, Freedom of Information. Reporters digging in, finding out information. It was brought to the public. That's what a free press does, by the way. Very important. So you saw that video, and I'm sure there are people in the audience. I guarantee a senator has seen UFOs. Paul Meek, I think Paul Meek has seen them too. If you have, and don't call in and BS me, because I will quiz you, and if you're just making crap up, I'll make you look like a fool. But if you really had a genuine, and you don't have to know that it was a spaceship, but if it's something that you just don't understand, or that you definitely saw, but you don't know what it is, I'd like to hear your story. I think it'll be entertaining for myself and for the other people watching the program. The phone number is 323-9000-911. That's 323-9000-911 because I'm your emergency bear. And today it's all about you calling in and talking to me live right here on Facebook. That's the beauty of this platform. Live. Yeah. Live. You can talk to me. We're going to figure this thing out. We're getting a phone call right now. Let's see who it is. Hey, this is Boffo. Who's this? Hello? Hello? Oops. You know what? Call back. I pressed the red button instead of the green button. Shoot me. What are you going to do? I'm worried about UFOs and I can't even work Skype. So maybe I'm not the best guy to be delving into the science end of this thing. But I can certainly moderate a discussion about it. 323-9000-911 is the number. 323